Hi everyone, Evan Sittler here from XpertVR to walk you through our weekly recap of the week ending on April 1st, 2022. And in this recap, I'll walk you through what are the top highlights in the Metaverse, blockchain, XpertVR, and a cool project, all related to the education space. So first off, um, we use Unity Engine to develop all of our virtual reality simulations. It's basically the main tool that VR developers use to create simulations, either this or Unreal Engine. And last week was the Game Developer Conference, or GDC, down in San Francisco, and our CTO Josh was down there, and he got to see a demo of Enemies. So this is an example of Unity's latest AI avatar creation tool and AI animation tool, specifically of the avatar's face. So I won't play the video because it doesn't play very well over this recording, but the link will be in the comments if you want to check it out for yourself. But you can see here just how realistic the avatar looks. And I can tell you from watching the video, the animations that are created, I could hardly tell if this was a real person or an avatar. Um, and all of this is generated just through the AI knowing how somebody would talk with different moods and how they would talk, or how they would look. Their mouth would move as they're saying certain words. Um, so really incredible technology, and obviously very exciting for the education space as you're trying to teach soft skills, or you're trying to have anything where there's conversations with avatars or non-playable characters. You want those animations to look realistic. So having an AI that can create these animations on the fly as you're having a conversation that isn't a planned out conversation is amazing and makes it so much more natural and immersive, to be practicing these types of soft skills. Next, moving on to the blockchain and NFT space. Very exciting that OpenSea has announced that they're going to be integrating Solana NFTs uh, later this month into their platform. And so, if you haven't been looking into the NFT space too much, it is very interesting for education. A great example is Duke University partnered with Coursera, and they released a joint NFT when somebody finished a Coursera course that also was a credit at Duke University. And so having that NFT right now just shows that you completed the course. But if you have that for a diploma or a micro credential or something along those lines, you could use the NFT to show a future employer that you did go through this course, and here's what you completed to earn this NFT, as well as it's a great keepsake. And can just be used for other rewards that the university might want to give to their alumni down the road. So why is it exciting to see Solana coming on to OpenSea? Well, Solana is a platform that is much less costly, as you can see here, much less costly on how much energy is needed to do one Solana transaction versus doing a Bitcoin transaction, as you can see here, but also just so many other things, seeing how it compares to an LED light bulb being on, or a refrigerator, or working on a computer. And what's exciting about this is it brings down the cost. So for an academic institution that wants to start issuing NFTs as diplomas or any other types of rewards or anything, the cost comes down to really pennies on the dollar. But then two, we get rid of any of those environmental costs that so many big coins like Bitcoin and other things have on them, which obviously we want to bring that down so that it's much more adoptable and not hurting the environment that we live in. Then moving right along to XpertVR, wanted to share this case study that we put out earlier this week, in our partnership with VTS, or the Virtual Training Suite from Serious Factory. So we worked with a Canadian college to create this counseling simulation where basically you're in a waiting room space and there's different patients inside of the waiting room that you have a conversation with. And once you talk to them and understand who is most in need of counseling, you select that person and then you go into the counseling room and can practice your counseling skills. And so, very excited for this to start getting out at the college that we worked with and to start sharing how this capability is possible so that more counselors can be better prepared, both for their clients and the people that they're working with, as well as for themselves, because counselors obviously are dealing with a lot of heavy topics when they're talking with clients. So knowing how to deal with those so that they don't stress themselves out and that they can sleep better at night and things along those lines, being better trained for that is just good for everyone overall. So this case study just kind of walks you through what we did here, what the problem was a little bit more, and talks about virtual training suite and how easy it is to create these simulations on your own or to partner with a company like ours that has some experience with the software to just do it a lot faster and easier for you. And then lastly, talking about a fun project, this was actually just announced today, April 1st, from Antony or the Scared Ghost, and it is the Legverse. So he's working with some industry professionals creating a new type of metaverse. So if you've been in a lot of virtual reality simulations, you've probably noticed most simulations, or a good portion when it has multiplayer, you have your head, maybe your shoulders, and you have your hands inside the space. Hands if you're lucky, I guess. Um, and that allows you to immerse in this space, but you lose the rest of your body. You don't have what your legs are doing. You don't have those interactions. So Anthony and his team here, they are creating the Legverse, where you can forget your brain and mind your legs. I think there's another comment similar to that. Uh, where was it? Yeah, forget your brain and mind your legs. See you in the Legverse. And so he has an 11 or 12-minute video here, just walking you through some of the developments that they've been working on, some of the team members that they've had on, and just really excited to see a new type of metaverse that is looking at the rest of your body that you don't have inside of the regular metaverse, or the regular metaverses platforms that are out there at the moment. Um, Legs have been long ignored and definitely helps with immersion. So excited to see this side where you're swapping out heads and hands for legs. So, with all that said, that was the Expert VR weekly recap. Hope that you learned something new here. And if you have questions about anything, the links will be in the comments, but also or in the description. But also feel free to comment below or message me personally or message Expert VR. And we're happy to give you more information, answer questions, and make sure to like and follow our page or subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube, so that you can see more weekly updates as well as all the other awesome videos that we've been putting out, to help educate you about how VR and metaverse and blockchain technologies can be used for education and for many other uses. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you next week.